Will be videotaped and be linked so that you can see this. So don't worry about taking too many notes and things. And there won't be an exam next time either. Now, as I said, the movements I'm going to teach you were selected to specifically illustrate the points I gave in the lecture. Okay? So, first, we start out with regulation of breathing. Okay, so this is for beginners. You breathe in and out through the nose. And the reminder that breathing, slow, no more than 6 times a minute. Deep, no more than 80%. Well, how do you measure 80%? In other words, don't go, that's too much. Just as deep as you can, and just comfortably deep and all the way out. Okay? If you know how to 丹田呼吸, abdominal breathing, that's fine. But for beginners, just in and out through the nose. And then even breathing in, out, like that. Don't go in and hold your, out, and hold your breath, okay? In and out, okay? So last time I showed you the Tai Chi Wu Xing breathing, the balloon. So today, we start out with something that illustrates the same thing, okay? This is 3 dishes falling on the ground, 三盘落地. And this comes from Yi Jin Jing. Yi Jin Jing is a changing tendon classic started by the Buddharama from 14 years ago. See, when the Buddharama came to the Shaolin Temple, he saw all these priests, they were all like sitting there, meditating, like, you see people in Orange County, they do that now, okay, you see pictures of that, and they were all out of shape because they sit there and get fat and no exercise, okay? So the Buddharama, Damo, okay, so started this whole Yi Jin Jing for them to improve their health and stretching and so forth. Now today, we pray to a different God, okay? The computer, okay? All day long, oh, my neck, my back, okay? So this exercise is actually very good for the 21st century, okay? So, 三盘落地. Breathing in and out evenly. But when it's coordinated with movement, okay, you always want the movement to match the breathing, not the other way around, okay? See, sometimes the movement is more complicated, sometimes it's more simple. So if it's more complicated, you have to do them more quickly because you want the breathing to be even. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So the movement could be moved faster or slower just to match the breathing. You shouldn't breathe faster or slower, okay? Breathing should always be the same. So this one is very simple. 3 dishes falling on the ground, or like some people say, like the husband helping out in the kitchen, okay? So, all right? Now, so first, okay, the movement is extremely simple, okay? So, up, and then down, only 1/3 of the way, okay? Up, 2/3 of the way. And then up, all the way down as low as you feel comfortable, okay? Now, again, you see, the beginning, you're only moving this much, then you're moving this much, you're moving that much. But your breathing shouldn't be like, longer and longer and longer. It should be the same, okay? So you have to move faster if you're going to go longer distance. But the breathing should always be the same. See, in our laboratory, we have these straps we put around the chest, we record, and when we look at the breathing, it's always very even, regardless of what the body is doing. The body may be doing more, maybe doing less, but the breathing is even. Okay? So, in and out through the nose, really simple.
When do you breathe out?
Huh?
When do you breathe out?
Yes. So in this case, breathe out when you come up. Breathe in, you're like squeezing the air out of the body. Okay? So breathe in. Out. In. You have to move a little bit faster. Out. In. Even faster. Again, in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. So usually when you finish, solve to close. Breathe in, breathe out. Now I see some of you are moving a little bit faster, slower. The rate that I'm calling out is about 6 times a minute. Okay, you can be slower, but if you do any faster, the benefits in terms of blood flow will be greatly diminished. Okay, let's just do it again. Okay, so if you don't have a watch, it's like, you know, you can count. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, 5 potato, breathing in, right? 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, that's 6 times a minute, okay? So, breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, finish. Okay, very simple. This is to train your body to move, okay, according to the breath, not the other way around. Okay, if it's the breath following the body, you would be like breathing fast and slower because you have more and more movement. But no, the breathing should always be the same. Do you get that point? Okay, it's very simple. Next, a set of exercises for strength and muscle. Okay, so first, to train the brain, okay, you pretend you're lifting heavy weights. See, we don't have heavy weights here. You pretend you are, okay? But better yet, instead of sitting there and pretend, you're actually moving to flex your muscles. Like, that's really heavy, okay? So the first exercise is tiger pushing up, okay? Pu Ju, from 5 animals following Qigong, Wu Qin Xi. Wu Qin Xi is supposed to be started by the great Chinese doctor Hua Tuo, one of the most famous Chinese doctors in history, from the Sanguo, the 3 kingdoms, from about 2,000 years ago. What's unique about Wu Qin Xi is being a medical doctor. He observed animals while they move, and he developed, 5 types of movements according to the tiger, the deer, the bear, the ape, and the bird. And the movements are supposed to enhance the liver, okay, the kidneys, the stomach, the heart, and the lungs, okay, the 5 organs. But today, we obviously don't have time to learn all of this. But to illustrate the principle of pretending to lift and flexing muscles, okay? So, first the movement, okay? Very simple, okay? The hands is relaxed, okay, on the side. Now, you become the tiger, okay? So, the tiger, how is tiger, as an animal? A tiger is strong, okay, fierce, tiger brain by sun, okay, spirit, okay. But the tiger is also in the cat family, somewhat playful as well. So it has this yin and yang, okay. Yang, okay. Yin is stretching and all that stuff, okay. So this simple movement illustrates the yin and yang of Wu Qin Si, and the principle of pretending or imagining movement, that you're lifting heavy weights. So first you become a tiger, so tiger claws, okay. So here tiger claws. The tiger is holding on to a big wooden barrel filled with water, really heavy. Wow. And then push it up. That's why tiger pushing up all the way up and stretch. And then pull down. But once you pass the chest level, the tiger becomes a playful cat. The cat is like playing with this ball that's floating on water. Just push the ball into the water. It's very light, playful, okay? So the yang is like, oh, okay? And the yin is like, pushing the ball, floating ball into the water, okay? In terms of muscle, it's going to contract and push up, okay? And then pull down, and then gently relax. Push the balls into the water. One each, okay? Breathing, unless I tell you otherwise, when you go up, you breathe in. When you come down, you breathe out. That's a very natural thing, okay? So, breathe in. Oh, heavy. Oh, push. Oh, stretch. Pull down. And gently push floating balls in the water. Okay. Eyes, bright, looking. Oh, I'm strong. Heavy, but I'm strong. Push. Oh, cats like to stretch. Pull down. And relax. Yin, yang. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oh, then one more time. Breathe in. Straight up. Straight down. Close. Very simple, but a lot of logic behind this. Okay, so see how these exercises are illustrating the principles I lectured about. Okay. Next, drawing the bow left and right like shooting eagle. 左右开弓四射雕. Okay. So this comes from 八段锦, 8-section silk brocade. And the story goes that General Yue Fei, one of the national heroes of Chinese history, from the Song dynasty about 1200, 1400 years ago. So he is in charge of big armies, particularly cavalry army, okay, war soldiers. And obviously, soldiers they got a lot of gear, like protective clothing. This is very tiring, okay? And of course, in war, they're very stressed out. But on the other hand, they need to keep their muscles strong and all that, okay? So this one is another imaginary exercise, okay, but also flexing muscles. So this one, imagine a really heavy bow, okay? Like that, okay? And this is like the aim, and you pull it like this, okay? But don't let go, okay? It's like shooting an eagle. Don't let go. Eagles are protected animals, okay? You shoot an eagle, it's $5,000 fine, okay? So pretend that you're shooting, okay? And these are horse soldiers, so they shoot from riding a horse. So they're riding a horse, 马步, okay? Riding a horse, like that, and they're just like shooting Messiah, okay? Like that, okay? So don't turn to a bow and arrow, okay? Then you're not flexing the muscles as much, okay? Body facing front, 马步, but turn and shoot this way, okay? So, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Breathe in. Pretend you're flexing your muscles, you're secreting interleukin 6, which will break up the fat around your tummy. I must not be doing enough of that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, let the movement match the breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Close. Okay? So, upper body and the legs, of course, you are like using these muscles and try to maintain this 马步 horse, because if you're like this, you're not really using the muscles as much as you are like from the side, okay? Now, am I moving too fast? I have to, because see, I'm looking at the clock, and the closest whole place down at 10 o'clock, no matter what. The air condition, everything closes down. So we can't just, maybe I'll go, maybe they'll just let us. No, they can't. We have to finish at 10. The third one, holding the tails of 9 cows. This is also from Changing Tendon Qigong. 倒步把九牛尾. Those of you who are not familiar with the Chinese saying, what's 9 cows, tails of 9 cows? Because in Chinese, people always say, oh, boy, that was such a big job, okay? Oh, it takes the strength of like 9 cows to do that, okay? So that's why 9 cows, it's just a Chinese saying, okay? So here, I guess Dharma, Buddharama just made use of that. So, from the side, okay, so you reach out and you grab a hold of the tail of a cow, obviously very, very heavy, okay, and you want to pull that all the way back, and you shift the weight back, pull this weight back, and this other hand, draw. But not only that, when you do this, you turn this way as much as you can. So when you turn this way, not only are you dynamically stretching your arm muscles, shoulder muscles, but you feel all the way down the back to your lower back. Okay? So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and of course the other side, okay? Tao Fu is because you step back, Okay? Imagine you pulling the tail of a cow. So breathe in, breathe out, turn the other side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, again, let the body match the breathing. Okay, but this is easy because in and out is the same thing. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, close. In, out. Okay. Any questions before we go on? Good? Now, I mean, you may have other teachers who emphasize different things, okay? So I'm teaching science-based, Qigong. There may be teachers who say, just completely relax and relax. That's fine, okay? But here I'm teaching you how to gain strength, how to cut fat by secreting interleukin. I mean, if you just that's fine, okay? There's no right or wrong, it depends on what you want. So I'm teaching you based on the research I've shown, okay?
So, quick question.
Yeah.
So, like when you are pulling back,
Yeah.
you really need to tighten up your muscle all the way.
Right.
Just tighten it.
Tighten back here too, and this way too, and then your whole body tighten up, and then relax, tighten up. So this way your muscle is contracting, relaxing, contracting, and it's secreting interleukin 6. Like I said, if you just, that's fine too. This is easy, but you wouldn't get that benefit, okay? And you wouldn't get stronger, okay? Because you're not using your brain, putting heavy stuff. Okay. If you say, "Oh, I'm pulling the tail of a cat," well, yeah, that's a lot of fun, but I'm not going to get any stronger. Okay. For those of you who weren't here last time, so why is Dr. Lin, talking about gaining strength and muscle and all this stuff? So. There are studies that show that the muscle groups in our body, they are made out of fast muscle fibers and slow muscle fibers. And if you exercise only the fast and not the slow, or the slow but not the fast, or worse, if you don't exercise them at all, okay, on the average, in 10 days, there's measurable deterioration in strength and muscle tone and all of this. So it's not all of us can, run to the gym once a week or more, or have a home gym where you can do this. But this stuff, you can still do, and it doesn't involve any expensive, equipment and things like that. So if you pull the cat, okay, then you should go to the gym sometimes too, once a week, okay. But pulling the cow, and lifting the wooden barrel, yes.
Your hand and the leg is the opposite, or is it this way?
Same side.
Oh, it's the same side.
Same side, yeah. So this way it's like you can reach out more. See, this way you can't reach as much.
I see.
So, yeah. Okay. Next, I talked about the benefits of stretching, which certainly has its own benefits in terms of warming up the tendons, the connective tissues, the muscles, and it makes you feel good and so forth. But today I introduced the new concept of pain relief and anti-inflammation. Okay, so a little bit of preview. In the fall, I'll be giving a whole session on healthy diet and dietary supplements, and a main theme there is don't eat food that will be pro-inflammatory. Okay, get your body into 发炎, okay, inflammatory state. Because once your body is inflamed, you are very susceptible to anywhere from arthritis to heart disease and cancer and all of that. So you can watch out, not eat this, but eat this, don't take these vitamins, take this, and so forth. So we will talk about that. But today, stretching reduces inflammation. So it's not just like, oh, but I'm okay, you know, I don't have inflamed knee or, hey, but just like keep the body in an anti-inflammatory rather than a pro-inflammatory state is very important in terms of overall health and not getting all these horrible diseases as well. So stretching is for the prevention and treatment of, you know, inflammation, not just treatment of, but the prevention of as well. So regular stretching is very useful. Okay, so we're going to do picking a star, changing the constellation. 彩星换道. Okay, this is also from Changing Tandem Classic. Yes?
Oh, no, I'm just stretching.
Oh, you're stretching already.
Sorry.
I thought you were doing something I'm not teaching. This is for to regulate your stomach and spleen, you have to raise one hand. 调理脾胃需单举. Okay, anyway, get back to this. Okay, 彩星换道. Now, we've had quite a few exercises, stretching legs and things. This one is particularly good at the lower back. So if you pray to the computer all day long, okay, your lower back is going to take a beating. Okay, so this one is particularly good, not only hand, arm, muscle, back, all the way to the lower back, but nothing, beyond that. Okay, so the important thing is keep your feet pointing forward, knees pointing forward, feet almost together, and don't turn them sideways. Keep them like this, okay? So you go down, put this hand on the side of the thigh, so you're twisting your back, okay? Twist, 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 like this, and then you go up, by straighten up, and eyes watching the hand, and say, pick the star. Okay, and changing the constellation. Come back down. This is right. Okay, so again, when you go up, you breathe in. Okay, so breathe in. Breathe out. Make sure your knees and feet are pointing straight forward, so you're twisting at the back. In. Out. In. You should feel it at the back. Out. In. Out. Your body certainly and hands all put up and down, right? That will promote blood flow because you're changing different parts of the body relative to the heart, and you're promoting increased electrical flow. Breathe in, breathe out. This time you look at the hand, this way you stretch your neck as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Close. Okay, so this one's up and down, up and down. If I were to measure, different parts of your upper body, you're certainly going to get a big increase in blood. Okay, blood flow. Okay, next, 9 ghosts drawing a saber. Okay, drawing saber. 九鬼打马刀. Now, in the West, your saber is here, right? Like this. But in Chinese movies, right, the saber is at the back. Okay, so this is like that. In Japan, they do that. Okay, so I'll explain to you why 九鬼. Okay, 不是九人. Okay, so this one, the hand is at the back, and you reach all the way and grab your ear. Okay, and you see this elbow is going towards this knee as I come down, so you're twisting the neck, spinning the spine. Okay, like that. But don't turn the knee or the feet. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, change your right hand. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Close. In, out. Now this is my own interpretation. Why is it 九鬼, 9 ghosts? Okay. So I borrow from my childhood experience. See, when I was a child growing in Hong Kong, we like to watch cowboy movies, right? Cowboy movies is like the fastest gun, right? See how fast you are, like this. Okay. So we would do this. I would like get a friend with. You see how fast I am? Okay, look. You see how fast I am? I said, what? Yeah, you didn't see it? It was so fast you couldn't see it. I do it again. I do it again. See how fast I was? It's pretty fast. It's so fast you couldn't see. So, 鬼, okay? The 鬼 is so fast, you didn't even see it. Okay? This is my own interpretation. Okay? This didn't come from the Shaolin Temple. Okay. One more. This one we get the legs involved as well. Okay. Wagging tail, shaking head. From 8 sections of the 摇头摆尾去心火. Wagging tail, shaking head to dispel the fire of the heart. The heart is fire. See, in Chinese medicine, there's no such thing as the brain system. The brain is part of the heart. Just like even today we say, he died of a broken heart. How can his heart be broken, right? It's mental, okay? But back then we thought that the heart controls the thoughts and so forth. So in other words, 摇头摆尾去心火. Wagging the tail, shaking the head to dispel mental pressure as well as obvious stretching benefits. Okay? So this one, you shouldn't overdo it, but try to have a wider stance. And if you have problems fainting spell or high blood pressure, then you shouldn't do this. Okay? So the hands is here. Now, first you shift weight to the side. You go down like you're looking at the toes here on one side. Now you shift weight to the other side and look at the other toes. But in the meantime, see, when you shift, it's not just a leg action. This is your tail, right? You just like wag your tail. Okay, wag the tail. You see that? So you have to like use your back to like, you know, twist as well. Not just like this. Okay. Last week, you know, we go from side to side like this, but today we want this as well. Okay. Wag the tail. Wag the tail. Yeah. 摇头. Shaking the head is not just this, but it's like this circle. Okay. This. So you relax the neck muscles. Okay. Neck muscles, shoulder muscles. You do that. So wagging the tail, shaking the head to like, you know, relax, to, you know, relieve the stress as well as anti-pain, anti-inflammatory. Okay. So the whole thing goes like this. So when you go down, first you take a breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. The neutral position, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Make sure you're wagging your tail so you see your back actually like stretching. Close. Okay, any questions?
So start from right or start from left?
It's up to you, but out of habit, I start on this side and yeah, end on this side. But it's symmetrical, you can start on the other side. Okay. We're in good time here. Next, if you have trouble falling asleep or trouble getting up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep, this is a type of meditation that's very, very helpful to help you get back to sleep or get to sleep. Okay? So, how many people have some trouble sometimes, have trouble going to sleep? Yeah? Okay. The rest of you are just embarrassed. All right. Okay. Now, this is also useful in terms of quickly going to sleep. If you have no trouble going to sleep, but even like, oh, you've got 20 minutes, you want to make use of that and take a nap. With this, it could put you to sleep within 2 minutes. Okay, so very useful.
Drive home.
Okay. Now, first disclosure. Okay, this is called 盘古神功. Okay, 神庙. Okay. This is like a Pangu mystical Qigong. It works so well, it's unbelievable. Okay. If you have to learn this, you have to go to the Pangu Shangong International Research Institute on Geary Street in San Francisco and see Grandmaster Ao Wenwei, Ao Dashi. And you have to go there for 2 lessons, okay? 10 years ago, he was charging $200 for lesson 1 and $200 for lesson 2. And that's it, $400. And I know him quite well, and I said, wow, that's kind of steep, And he said, to pay the rent, this is so useful, it's so effective, and so simple. They come 2 times, they never come back, okay? So if I don't, have them pay ahead of time, it's not like, Tai Chi lessons, $10 a lesson, and people go forever, right? So, but this is so 2 lessons, okay? You pay $200, go to lesson 1, and then When you're ready, go back, pay another 200 for lesson 2. And that's it, okay? So now there's a, Jeffrey there is collecting money. Okay. We trust you on your way out, pay the $400. So lesson 1 is a Qigong, okay? Now, Master, how does it know why it works? I do, and you do. Because, okay, we know from the Princeton research on cats that repetitive motion can generate serotonin in the brain. And serotonin is important for sleep, okay? So if you can get enough serotonin, you can fall asleep. You can take Prozac, okay, that will elevate your serotonin, but you would also have all sorts of side effects, including the urge to commit suicide, okay, so you don't want to do that. So, lesson 1, repetitive motion. So all along, I taught you all sorts of repetitive motion, and it goes at 6 times a minute. 6 times a minute is good because it's fast enough, but it also matches the breathing. 6 times a minute, you get the blood flow going and so forth. But if you have trouble going to sleep, you don't really care about the blood flow. You just want to go to sleep, okay? So for maximum effect in raising serotonin, you want to increase more than 6 times a minute, okay? In fact, experiments on cat shows that the faster you crank the treadmill, okay, the cat's up faster and faster, the serotonin goes up and up and up, okay? So this one is just for serotonin, okay? You want to not do it 6 times a minute, you want to do it 60 times a minute, okay? Once a second, okay? Now, so imagine you're holding a silver ball, size of a bowling ball, very light, on your left hand, and on the hand, on this side. Now, you imagine that you're spinning the ball clockwise, okay? Actually, counterclockwise, this way, okay? Once a second for 26 times, like the alphabet, okay? Just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It's a little bit faster than once a second, okay? Now, flip it over here on this side, right? And you would spin that silver ball becomes a golden ball. The silver ball represents the moon. Now it's the golden sun, okay? Now you want to spin this clockwise, once a second for 26 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Now, you combine the silver moon and the golden star in front of you, and you spin them vertically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Now, breathing, okay, just now all natural breathing. So, breathe in. Breathe out, like Keep grabbing the chi from the universe towards yourself. Breathe in, deep, slow, and even. Breathe out. Breathe in. And the third time, collect all that chi towards yourself, and the chi takes the form of a golden chrysanthemum flower. And you store that energy in your dantian. Okay? Now, so that's one set, okay? You get it? One set. And it's recommended that you do, 9 sets, which will take you about 15-20 minutes, okay?
When you're doing this, how about the breathing?
Breathing is just normal.
No.
Normal. This is the deep breathing, okay? Now, we'll do it one more time so that you don't forget, okay? Silver moon on the left. Counterclockwise, once per second, 26 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. On this side, golden sun, clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 7, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. In front, silver moon, golden sun combined into one.